All right, what's up, everybody? Jeff Herschy here with Dave Calafiore and Drew Griffin. We are officially live and getting LoudAF today. I see there's a lot of excitement in the comments already. You just go ahead and let me know where you guys are checking in from. The stream is going to be a little bit delayed of us seeing your comments. So unlike kind of what the normal stuff is that you're used to seeing from us and having a real conversation. Looks like Art, you're in sunny, warm SoCal. Me too. It's 76 degrees. I'm not going to talk about Dave or Drew's temperatures. They're at like negative something. Right now we got Shane
negative 15 this morning. Negative 15.
Oh, and that's in Fahrenheit, not Celsius, right? Jeez. Oh man. All right. We got folks from the UK here as well. Orange County, California, Gilbert, Arizona, RAC, Northern Virginia. Awesome. All right. So today is a really big day for us. This is something that I've been playing with and testing behind the scenes with Dave and Drew. Obviously, if you're joining right now at this moment with us, you're on our list. This is the first time we've done a YouTube live stream with this. We are actually releasing this product to the public today, or Dave and Drew are, and I'm basically your MC to walk through. But I'm their biggest case study because I've actually implemented this in not only my own business for our own brand and our own agency. We actually have clients using this as well. And it's really been around for about a couple weeks now, right? About a month or so with LoudAF. And before we get going and into it, we're going to kind of go back a summary of everything that we have and what we've got. And then I'm going to introduce the creators of the product, David Calafiore and Drew Griffin, in just a moment. And we're going to talk a little bit about like the whys and behinds this, the why and why everything's behind the software, who could actually use this, right? This is AI content creation. Okay. And then now distribution as well. And there's some really great tools and add-ons for our founding members that you're going to have the ability to grow your business, your portfolio, and get LoudAF for yourself as well with some of the new features that we've been testing with behind the scenes for Dave and Drew. And I think it's going to be really, really powerful. So if you guys are excited for this, give me a LoudAF in the chat right now. You got people from Texas, Canada, stay warm from there. Yuma, Arizona, you're only like 2 hours from me. South Dakota, that's got to be cold Rhode Island, right? Give me a LoudAF in the chat right now. And we're going to pull out Dave and Drew, the creators of LoudAF. And we're going to walk you guys through kind of the story behind this. If you're not a marketing agency, which is our primary group and our primary list from here. So actually, hold on, let me figure out how to get Dave and there you go. Oops, add to the stage there, Drew. You're on the bottom. It's like the Brady's bunch right now. Yeah, exactly. So Dave, Drew, this whole product really will work for anybody that's looking to grow awareness of who they are, their products and services. So they could be obviously a marketing agency, which is our primary group. They could be a local realtor. They could be a home service company. They could be an e-com store. They could be an influencer. Drew, you are really the man behind the name of this and the brand to start. Why don't you give us a quick 30 seconds of like how this came to be for you, and then we can talk about David and how it started getting built.
Yeah, real quick. Not just using the vernacular from Philadelphia, just having a lot of fun with the terminology LoudAF. I'm sure everybody can take a reference from that. We all like to leverage the social medias, right? Whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook and Instagram, we all want results. We all want to get out there. And we took a page out of good friends of ours who are in the software space that are showing up all the time, and we just wanted to know, like, hey, how are these guys doing it? And that page out of that book was, hey, how can we find a way to give ourselves an unfair advantage by showing up all the time? And that was the premise of LoudAF coming to fruition. How can we create technology that allowed us to create content at scale and make ourselves very well known, emerge from obscurity. The forefront of that is, how do we show up more frequently than our audience really is expecting? How can we show up multiple times throughout the day and become the de facto expert, or showing up in their timelines all the time? So we started doing it manually, and it sucked, right? It really sucked by having to create content from scratch and trying to get it to that point where I was showing up, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 times a day just on Facebook. What if we could do that and do that to LinkedIn and to Instagram and to TikTok and to YouTube and all these different places simultaneously, and show up right when our audience is actually looking for it? And that was just the genesis and the birth of this. So we got together with you, Jeff, and David, and we put our heads together, like, how can we just crack this code by allowing software to do it for us, to do it more effectively, better, quicker, faster, more beautiful and elegant, to get out there in front of our audiences, whether it's a local audience or a national or international audience. And that's kind of where it really started. And then, David took over, and now we're birthing LoudAF, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
That's awesome. Thank you. So you guys can see, like, this is a brainchild of a need, right? And then David, you took this and really worked. We just lost David for a second there. We might have lost David off the chat, so we'll bring him back in a second here. But David went through, and by the way, I think he's like -15 in a snowstorm.
Sorry, my the stream keeps dropping for me. I'm back.
Yeah, I think it's your cold. It's so cold outside, your internet doesn't even want to work today. The electrons aren't going fast enough. So Dave, you took this and worked with the team to build it for your guys to set it up, and talk a little bit about like what that was like, and some of the problems that LoudAF solves, before I kind of dig into not ever having to wonder about the content you need to create again.
Yeah, as Drew was saying, like, posting and creating content consistently is a grind. Like, it sucks. It's time consuming. And oftentimes, like, you sit down at your computer and you're like, you have good intentions to go and create some content that people are going to be interested in, and you're just staring at a blank screen. And it's that kind of that blank screen syndrome that we were trying to avoid, right? So what I started to realize is that there's tons, and people are creating tons and tons of really interesting, captivating content each and every day. And what we can do as people who are running businesses and who are busy is use that content to generate our own content for our audiences, and create content that our audiences are going to find engaging and interesting and useful. So what LoudAF does is it's a structure, it's a series of different framework engines that are all based around viral type post strategies that are really working right now in social media. You've probably seen a lot of these. There's threaded posts, carousel posts, remixing content and ideas from other people and kind of adding your take on them. And we'll show you all these in a few minutes, but it's really about using content that's out there in the ether already, and then using our engines within the platform to take that content and make it our own. And that's really as simple as it is, Jeff.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great way to put it too. So let's do this. If you're watching this live right now, or you're watching on a replay, I'm going to pull up the slides and we're going to walk you through. Do us a favor, smash the like button right now. Let us know that you guys are liking where we're going right now. And we're going to go through, and I'm actually going to pull up the slides. And if you guys like the channel, go ahead and subscribe as well. Let me see if I can move myself off this screen. Actually, let's just go straight to the presentation, because I never want you guys to have to wonder about content again. All right, we're getting a little bit of love here. This is great. So again, this is our first live stream for a product launch as we've got set up. And the number of guys that are on here live and gals is awesome. But when it comes to creating content, I've done it. I've actually gone through where I've tried to create content and be an influencer before, or like try to create the content, be a thought leader, is what they tell you when you're trying to get your name and your brand and everything else out there. So one of the biggest things for me was like, what am I supposed to say? Like, I've got all these little like one-liners and flybys and all that kind of stuff. And well, how do I figure out what's trending? How do I figure out like what actually the market wants to hear versus like just rambling on and going through? So what we created was the system around LoudAF, where it turns real demand, real questions and real intent, right? Buyer intent into content that actually has a reason to exist, right? And for a lot of us, the problem isn't effort. We might not be willing to put in, we might be more than willing to put in the effort. It's just like, where do I put the effort? You don't know where to start. Okay. So today we're going to walk you guys through how we create content, visibility, and how we execute all of it, right? I'm using this as a marketing agency for my own agency, and how we remove all the guesswork. So you don't have decision fatigue and you don't just run out of ideas. It's a simple system that is set up for real trends and social content where there's no friction for you. It just happens. Now, the picture on the left here, the guy staring at the blank screen, better looking than me, is what happened to myself, especially when we're trying to create content for the first time. We're trying to figure out, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make sense? And most folks, right, have a friction problem, right? It's always about the creation. Huge time suck is what Art's putting in there, right? How many times you sat there on a blank screen and wondered, what do I post, right? That's something that I've seen tons and tons of time, right? The friction, it just becomes something where you avoid it. You'd rather do, something that you hate doing other than creating content because you're just trying to avoid it, right? And that effort breaks down. But if you have a system, systems don't break. What we've seen, and for all of you guys that are on here, right, put a me in the chat or in the comment box if this has been you, where you don't struggle because you're bad at content. You know that you can create content in some way, shape, or form, but maybe you struggle because every post that you're going to make requires a decision. It requires something that either wears you out, you're not sure what to say, how to say it, or like when you should be posting it, right? Or maybe you're afraid that the content isn't what it should be, or you have an imposter syndrome. Lots of me's coming in right now. Look, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to raise my hand as well, right? This was me 2 years ago trying to figure out, how am I going to go through and paste content? So you're not alone, okay? This is something that almost every single person that's trying to promote, market their business runs into as a problem, okay? Effort breaks, systems don't. Now, there's been a shift that has happened over the last year and a half, specifically when AI SEO starts to get traction, where authority is now observed. It is not claimed by you saying, I am the authority in this market, okay? The old way that used to happen 2 years ago, even a year ago, was authority came from credentials and just making claims that I am the leader in this, right? You told people why they should be able to trust you. The reality, the new reality that's happening right now in 2026 and moving forward is authority now comes from your overall presence. When you talk about AI, it looks at you as an entity, right? And people will watch quietly while the algorithms will watch you consistently and constantly to see what you're doing. And are you saying the same thing constantly on a day-to-day basis? Are you in front of your audience regularly? And the truth is that if you are not consistently visible, AI will just skip over you, okay? The algorithms and all the social media will skip over you and you will just get skipped. And guess what? If you're skipped, no one knows that you exist. No one knows about your products or services. From there, the prospects will decide who to trust before they ever reach out to you. We talk about this where by the time somebody reaches a sales call with you or a demo, or they meet you in person for coffee, they've pretty much decided that they're interested in working with you. This is just a final qualification, because consistency of who you are and what you say is now the signal. And that visibility will work best when it's automatic, when it's done on autopilot, right? LoudAF goes out there and helps you find the signals that you can jump into and the trends that you can ride. It helps with the intent to create then an asset and distribute that asset across the channels where your audience is at. Okay. Now, this entire system doesn't work when motivation is involved. It only works when you don't have to put in daily effort and it just compounds quietly in the background without needing willpower. Okay. That is why LoudAF exists today. I lived it. A lot of you guys that were in the chat going through here earlier in the comments are telling us the exact same thing, right? We need to help remove for ourselves, for our own growth. We need to go through and remove the friction between intent and the overall execution of actually getting it done. And then you now have visibility without the burnout. Okay. So here's what LoudAF helps fix for me. Okay. I no longer guess. I can start where demand exists, right? We're going to show you something here in a little bit that's been added into the software that if you are a founding member or in the next 24 hours, if you're part of this, you will no longer have to guess about what to create. We're going to basically show you our demand engine. Okay. There will no longer be a blank page. Okay. The intent turns directly into execution. And because it's easy, there's no falling off. You can actually, I've actually handed this off to my staff. I don't log in much anymore. They do all of this for me, right? LoudAF wasn't built to be a motivational tool or to inspire you to post more. It was actually built to remove as much of the need for you to manage it as possible, okay? Or to spend time as you guys go through from there. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how our team goes from idea to publish some posts that we're using in one of our demo accounts to be able to go through. And I'm going to show you how demand turns into output without having to go through the brainstorming and the guesswork required. Okay. And we're going to show it to you live. That's one of the biggest things that I want you guys to understand. There's going to be no more staring at a blank screen, wondering, what do I post? The system will actually show you where the demand exists because people are already making content on that. And then everything flows from there. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take down the slides and I'm going to show my screen. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Let's go to the window here on the studio, and you guys should be able to see my screen from here. Dave and Drew, one of you guys just let me know that you're good to go and you can see my screen.
You're good, Jeff.
Awesome. Great. This is one of my first times on here, so I want to make sure that we go through. So one of the biggest things inside of LoudAF, and we've gone through this. So a lot of you are all of our founding members and subscribers, right? So if you're a founding member, just put founder in the comment section so Dave and Drew know who you guys are, because you're going to have something special today. And if you haven't gotten LoudAF yet, just put not yet, okay? Because I want to show you what we're doing and using in our own business and my own agency. And then I'm going to walk you through and hand it over to Dave to show you some of the new stuff that's in here, okay? So there's multiple engines that are inside of the system. Now, if you're a founding member, you've seen the webinar. You've seen us go through this for an hour and a half and go through. If you're looking at this later on, if you're on the web page or something like that, there's going to be a full demo and you'll be able to get in from there. The biggest thing that I like to do is I like to either go through and see where we've connected for ourselves. So for my company, we actually have pulled in all of our blogs and we use that with our RSS feed. So with the RSS feed, you can go pull in industry leaders. You can pull in RSS feeds from Substack. You can pull in RSS feeds from your own blog, which is I'm doing to repurpose our content from here. And we're just going in and we're just grabbing content that was created. We've done the research. Somebody else has done the research to go and make the post. You can see the posts that you like that are in your industry, right? Some of my clients are in professional service industries. They follow other industry giants, other industry competitors. You can go grab one of your competitors or similar, or even your own blog, and you can go and create your own content just by connecting to the RSS feeds, deciding how you want to format that content, and then walk through the steps of where you want to post it, the tone you want to post it in, and then post that content. Again, we covered all this on the webinar. So for a lot of you guys, I want to be respectful of your time that are in here. But I want to show you some of the big things that we're using inside of our own company. So right now, as you can see that our team is ramping up inside of this account. We're posting our own content just a couple of days ago where we've generated content and we're generating a carousel. This goes to our Instagram and our LinkedIn post. So one of the strategies that we're using right now is actually here. Let me just go ahead and pull me up so you guys can see me as well. Okay, you guys can see me. Great. One of the big things that we're looking at right now is we are taking our our blog content, and we would go on a Wednesday. We will publish our content. You can see this was actually 2 days ago. That's when our blog went live. You saw that in the RSS feed. And then once that blog goes live, we used to mail it on Thursdays, and then that was kind of it, right? So LoudAF has amplified our frequency of how many times we're promoting and publishing content about that post. So now what we're able to do here with my carousel makers, I guess this was 2 days ago, we were testing this where we can reopen this in the tool. And my team went through this setup. They went through and they created this content. And then you can see, if I go back to the design section, this is underneath my own company's brand. And this talks about the post and the main key factors. This is on our Instagram profile. This should be shared to our LinkedIn account as well. And we basically are now up to 6 more times a week sharing content across different angles, right? With our content, we can figure out what our hooks are, right? We can make a bold statement. We can use stats from here. So I can adjust these and post multiple pieces of content across the social channels to promote our design as we go through. Now you actually got to go through and click continue. So give me a second here. These are already created. Go through the preview. You can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like on our socials. And they can share these across my company's LinkedIn profile, my company's Instagram, my company's Facebook page, or our X/Twitter account as well. And then when they're done, we can go to export and they can basically download it or manually set it up from there. But we also have the ability to directly connect to high level, and I can schedule that content to go out later in the week. I can use Metricool, which is another tool from there. And then we also have the ability to do some native scheduling as well. But I can go through and I can see the accounts that I've connected to inside of our account. And then I can decide where I want to post it, what brand I want to post it to. I can see all of my other scheduled posts, where I want to post my content, and I can schedule that as well. I've got different content versions that I can set up, and it allows me to be quick and easy for posting my social content across all of those different platforms. So you no longer have to worry about what you're going to post. You no longer have to worry about, well, I have to have a designer make all this stuff. We literally just took our content that was already being made. Now, LoudAF can actually help you create that long-form content as well, but we already have a system in place, and now we're promoting our own content, not just once via the post, the RSS feed, and then the email that goes out. Now, our team internally is posting this on a regular basis, and they're just only going to ramp it up. Like Drew said earlier, you're going to need to make yourself make yourself aware that, or you make your audience aware that you're going to be in front of them multiple times, making them aware of your content across all of those different platforms on a daily basis. And if you're not doing that, people aren't going to observe who you are, right? If you look at your feed every couple seconds, it's updating. So you're just going to get farther behind. But if every time that I log on, I see your post, I see your piece of content, now it makes sense that I've gone from idea to published, and I'm in front of my audience on a regular basis. One of the biggest things that we found when it came to creating content was, what do I post? Where am I getting all the ideas from, right? So I have a regular blog article that goes out, but what about every other day of the week that I want to ride a trend or something that's hot in the space right now? So Dave actually went out over the last couple of weeks, and he actually added in a couple of new modules into LoudAF. And for us, it's removed a lot of friction. It's been in my account. I've been testing it for a couple of weeks, but it's removed a lot of the unnecessary steps between intent and execution of what are you going to be posting? Like what's viral right now? And we've made it where it's already part of the platform. And that's something that we want to share with you guys today. On this call, we want to be able to make it available to you as you guys go through. So it looks like, Dave, you just dropped off. So hopefully we'll have you go through your part. Yeah, if you're going in and out, man, I can take over it in case you do drop off. Again, Dave,
we'll try. Let's try.
Negative 15 weather here. But Dave, I'm going to turn myself off, and then you can you share your screen on your side?
Give me,
and then
do that.
Guys, if Dave drops off, I'll take over and walk you through some of the stuff because I've already been playing with it in my account. And it's really been a wow factor for a lot of people that we've been showing and demoing this to, of how you can pull in those trends from there. So Dave, you want to share your screen? And there you go. It's live. I'm going to jump off.
Awesome. Yeah. So as Jeff was talking about the new features, first thing I'll show you too, before we get going, is we now have an affiliate program too, which is sitting right here. So if you are a subscriber to LoudAF, you're automatically an affiliate. You can just click here, grab your link, and you can get paid if you share with a friend or somebody who also subscribed. So sitting right there for you. But one of the coolest parts of LoudAF, as we've been saying, is you don't have that blank page syndrome anymore. What do I post? I don't have an idea today. And oftentimes when people get that thing where they don't know what to post, they don't have the ideas, they just don't at all. You just kind of go and do something else. Well, we're trying to alleviate that, right? So Jeff showed you the feeds that you can add. You're going to notice if you have been a subscriber since the beginning, we've kind of reorganized things a little bit here in the sidebar. We now have an area for research. It's called the Discovery Lab. This is new, okay? So the first part here are feeds. As Jeff was kind of showing you already, you can add all sorts of feeds here for content, right? We've got RSS feeds. You can make feeds out of YouTube channels, regular old RSS feeds. So if you hit RSS or add feed here, you can add RSS feeds. You can make feeds out of Facebook pages and Facebook groups. You can make feeds out of people's LinkedIn profiles. So all the stuff that they're posting will show up in your feed. So if you want to, follow a Hormozy or a Gary Vee or somebody who's an influencer in your industry or space, you can create a feed out of their LinkedIn profiles, YouTube channels. And really what I think is one of the most powerful is you can create feeds out of Substacks. There is tons of great content on Substack in all different industries, all different niches, you name it. There is tons of amazing content on Substack, and you can create a feed out of your favorite Substack feed. So as an example, here's one for Sabrina Romanoff, kind of an influencer in the AI space. These, as her Substack articles get launched, you can just refresh, and the newest ones will show up here, and you can use these to create content. So that's the Feeds Lab. Many of you have been using this already. Now, the newest one we just added is short form video discovery feeds. This is my favorite. I use this every single day. In my opinion, it's the coolest part.
This is the wow factor for me. When you showed me this, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like what you can do with just this one thing.
All right. So check this out. We're going to click here now. And what you can do is what we've set this up. So LoudAF, when you put a search term in here, it will go out and scrape TikTok, Shorts, and Reels for trending short form videos for your search term, right? So as you see the one I've got here right now, for the sake of time, we won't do a search because it takes like a minute or two, because it really is going out and searching through these sites and looking for the trending video. So it takes like a couple minutes sometimes. We've got the search done here already, but this Claude bot, over the past week has been a big topic in the AI world, in the marketing world. I'm sure a lot of you who are watching have seen people posting about this, talking about this. It's a hot trending topic right now. Okay. So all we did was type in Claude bot. LoudAF goes out, looks at Reels, TikTok, and Shorts, pulls in the trending short form videos for that search term. And then once it does, usually I'll pull in about 100. It kind of depends on what's available. This one pulled in, yeah, about 100, maybe a little bit over that. But once it pulls it in, you can now filter too through most views, okay, most recent, best engagement, most likes, and most shares. So you can kind of filter through those. I usually like to go most recent. And then what's really even cooler is you can just click here and watch the video. Okay, tells you how many views, how many likes, how many shares. There's usually a brief snippet here about what it's about, but you can actually just watch the video and think like, okay, this is interesting content. I think my audience, the people who I'm trying to attract, might be interested in this, right?
Yeah, I think this is
So
like,
you
I got like 100 wows that came in on this, right? So the biggest thing here is for anybody that's on here, right? We're trying to find you something that's hot right now. Today, the Claude bot thing is really big.
Mhm.
You can do this for any industry. Like, and you can pull in those keywords, and the short form videos are an amazing way to figure out what is trending right now. And the fact that you can see the most recent, you can do it by views, and the filter that you've got right there, it allows you. Yeah, we got very cool. Mind blown, says Lauren, right? Like these are the things that, like, really make a huge difference when you're going out there, and you're never going to have to stare at a blank screen again. You are tapping into viral trends on short form video. If these individuals are making this, right, and these aren't like small, these are major influencers out there, 20,000 views, 1,900 views, 12,000, 14,000. Some of them you'll see have like 500,000 views. Would that be a hook that you could probably then take and repurpose, whether it be a carousel or a story for your own self, or create an article around that you can now use for yourself? And somebody said all-in-one interface. It was I just lost it there. Lauren says all-in-one interface, nice and clean. Yeah, right. And then somebody just asked, how do we use it to get paying clients? I'll show you that here in just a little bit. The biggest thing for you is be LoudAF yourself. Talk about
that's
who you are
the
and
key.
what you do. Yeah.
Agencies are always asking, how do I use this for my clients? Use it for yourself.
Yeah.
Using this for yourself is going to help you get clients. That's the key. So many small agencies, Jeff, and small businesses are invisible. No one knows who they are, what they do, and how they help people. Like, this is what this is all about. Start promoting yourself. Start being louder online about what you do, what your knowledge and your skill set is, and how you can help people and other businesses. That's how you use LoudAF to get more clients.
Yeah, you're a genius, says Art. Dave. And Dave just said, Jeff, check this out. Like, there's no input from me on this. So it's all 100% him.
So here's how you use this, right? So it's so simple. I'm just going to randomly
content.
We'll pick this one right here. This may not be the best use case, but here we go. So you watch the video, like, oh, that's interesting. I think my audience would find that useful or engaging, right? So once you watch it, you can then choose to create a piece of content from this video. So you literally has anybody ever seen posts like this? They're all over the place right now. They're threaded posts. Kind of make a bold statement or something here in the text area of the post with a colored background. And then in the comments, you put like step 1, step 2, step 3. I know you've all seen this. They're all over the place. And the reason they're all over the place is because they work. They create engagement, right? So these posts are really, really hot right now. So the thing is, though, Jeff, this is the pain in the ass to create. This is a major pain in the ass to like sit down and create shit like this from your brain.
Yeah. And just think of if you're going to do this, like most people are like, oh, block off a part of your day to be creative and do all this. Well, like, guess what? An email pops in, your kid has a headache at school, and then you mean to do this and your intention is good, but all of a sudden you get derailed. Well, this removes a lot of the hurdles for that, because you go find a piece of content, and now at the push of a button, you're remixing this and then putting your own spin and voice on it. I think that's going to be a huge key to what we don't want you guys to miss.
So this is, these are threaded posts, right? So we have a thread a thread writer engine within LoudAF. So I want to make one of these threaded posts from this video. All I'm going to do is click thread right down here. Boom. It pulls the video link into that thread writer engine. Now it's taken the transcript, loaded it in from that video. Now we're ready to go, right? We're going to hit next. We're going to choose the style. You can choose from tips and hacks, how-to steps, listicles, story arcs. You can take a controversial take if you don't agree with what the person's talking about in the video. Lessons learned. We'll just do how-to steps. Hit next. Now you can say, hey, I want to create this for Facebook. I want to have 5 different steps as a part of my thread. You can also create custom writing styles in your settings. So you can upload a document that has instructions about your writing style or your client's writing style. And you can select those here if you want, or you can just, go with our default. And then tone, we'll do like authority. And then now we're just going to generate the thread. It takes about, 5 to 10 seconds usually.
And one of the coolest things with this is, like, this would take me 20, 30 minutes just to do where we're at right now. And that took 10, 15 seconds. And you could be doing this while you're watching Netflix at night. You could be, like Lucy says, this is going to make my long night shorter, right? Yeah, like I'm telling you, this was the biggest hurdle for me and our company and our business. Like, we need to get more eyeballs. Well, how do we get more eyeballs? We got to do the content. Well, like, I wish I had more time. I can't buy back that time from there. So this allows you to do it in your spare time.
Yep. So we've created the thread already. So this is the image part, like the post where the solid color background. This is this first card here. You can go through, you can edit all these. You can use AI to regenerate them, kind of get them the way that you want. Obviously, you want to always take a read through. But once you're all set, you just hit next and it goes to the export step, right? And all you got to do is just copy and paste now. You can also use our native scheduling here, right? So if you wanted to do, schedule to one of your connected platforms, you can do that. For the sake of the demo here, we'll just copy and paste just to show you how easy this is. You can even toggle this on here and adds a nice number emoji to each step. But check this out. I'm going to go copy. I'm going to go over to Facebook. Right. I'm going to come back up here. My friend Liana there. Boom. We're going to paste that in. We're going to choose a background color. Get rid of one of these. Emoji in here. Down. Next. Post. We're going to come back. Now I'm going to just copy all the threads by hitting this button. Boom. Copied. Come back. Comment. Boom. Done.
And you're done. Like, that's simple. You can, so the cool part is like, you should be doing this and adding this in on a regular basis. You can have VA do this. I have American and offshore VAs doing this across multiple companies. And it just simply works and it makes it extremely easy from there. So now you've taken that content from the short form video, repurposed it, made it your own. You can edit it, tweak it however you want, but in just a few moments, you can even do, I mean, obviously you're taking your time and going through, but you could quickly and easily just do this in just a few minutes a day. Right. And then even if you only do one post a day, it's less than 5 minutes. Everybody has 5 minutes a day.
And so check this out. Like, Jeff's got his staff doing it, right? If you had a VA or even a family member, check this out. You just go save to library. Imagine this is your VA, right? They're creating content for you. Now we have a content library where you can save all this stuff. So you can add a tag to this. Maybe you want to add a tag that says approval, right? We're going to add that. Boom, approval, save. Now I can just go back into my content library and I can go to my approval. And I can
come in, I can check the post for make sure it's not, I have a client that has to make sure, like, due to regulations, they're not saying the wrong thing. So it has to get approved. So Dave's giving you this case study example right now. So to make sure that content is approved to go out and it's within the regulations, right? We're not saying anything we shouldn't be saying, especially since we're the agency. now it's approved by the COO, the CMO at the company, whatever it is, and they approve it, and then they're good to go, or they can just schedule the post right from there.
Yeah, it's powerful. I mean, this, by far right now is my favorite part of the platform. I use this nonstop. I love it. So just to kind of, and you can use these, this content and our other engines here too. We've got you can make carousels. Show you that really quick. Same kind of process. I just click the carousel, boom, loads in the transcript. It takes a sec sometime because it's actually going out to TikTok and creating the transcript and sending it back here to LoudAF. And just go boom. It's going to generate the carousel.
And this is what we use. This is one of the big things that this one's Dave's favorite, and one of ours is like, it will create, like I think I showed you my example, the carousel that we created, and it's underneath our own company brand and colors. And once you have a brand book, or the company that you work for, or just use your own colors based on your logo, now you can make it yours, and it looks and feels just like your brand. And you didn't have to go into Canva. You didn't have to go send it to a designer and fumble around for 30, 45 minutes to make a post, right? This is just moments. And now you're publishing content on a regular basis.
Yep. Quickly, speed, right? So the first step is you select your hook. We got different types of hooks here. You can regenerate them. You can choose like listicle hooks, question hooks, bold hooks, story hooks, stat hooks. Find one that you like, go continue. Now this is the content for all of the carousels, right? Of course, you can go through and you can edit all this. You can regenerate it. Boom. Look at that. Done. You can go through, find a theme. You can set custom color schemes here to match your brand. You can change the font. You can do story size. If you want to use these for stories, you can change the text alignment. We've got some different, layouts that you can use. You can edit the content for each slide here too. Continue. This is kind of just a preview. Continue. You can generate the post captions, the text of the post if you want to. Sometimes people like to skip that. So we like to skip it for the sake of time. We'll just skip it. Then you can just schedule it. Boom. Go right here.
That's great. Deborah just asked that exact question. Can you schedule it through High Level or somebody else? Yeah, you actually, I was just showing this. You can schedule it through High Level, through their API connection, through Metricool, which is one of the things that we were using in our company. And then obviously there's some other direct integrations now that we're working on that's in beta as well. I'll answer one or two questions real quick. Yes, we're grabbing other content off the web. You can customize it, personalize it for yourself, and then you can repurpose it in different formats. That is the Schwartz family. That is the perfect example of exactly what this is doing in one sentence from there. And then for clients, realize this wasn't only built for agencies. While we do have the ability to add team members, I would either create an account specifically for each client using your affiliate link, right? So you guys get paid on that. So they have their own workspace. We're not building this out so this is not only an agency tool. This is basically for you to create your own and then get them their own login and use it in a separate workspace altogether is the big picture plan on this, because we don't want to complicate it. We want it easy, and because if it's easy, you'll use it. And that's one of the biggest things.
Right.
So let's talk about one of the biggest things when it comes to AI SEO or AEO or GEO in this case, right? AI SEO, I'll do a video on what the difference between all of those is, but like the umbrella when it comes to being shown up, for your company to show up when it comes to AI is going to be one of the biggest things, is that your name and your brand, your entity is mentioned across multiple platforms. And then on sites like Reddit as well. So I've been really heavy in the last 6 months into Reddit and finding trends and things like that, so we can get our posts out there, getting our name mentioned on those. But the biggest thing that I was able to grab from Reddit was what is hot right now. What are people talking about in our industry? And this is the best source outside of short form video to figure out what I should be posting and talking about, because if the forums are talking about it, that means everybody's talking about it. And this is what you should be paying attention to, is our trends line.
Yeah. So this one, if we go down to our, discovery lab here, we have our short form video discovery. Now we have our Reddit trends discovery, as Jeff was just saying, really, really powerful. Lots of great discussions and content being, discussed on Reddit. It's a treasure trove of really valuable information that you can use to make content. So if you just come in here and type in a search term, like what a hot thing right now is vibe coding, right? Vibe coding.
So, and obviously we're talking marketing terms here, right? But you could be any business owner, any creator. You could be selling widgets from another country on Amazon, and you're looking for trending topics that are relevant to what you are. Dave and I, this is what we're into, right? And a lot of the folks that are agencies of ours are into these topics. It doesn't have to be just vibe coding. It could literally be underwater basket weaving and seeing what's happening with that.
Yep. So you type in your search trend, hit find trends. Now, LoudAF is going out and actually scraping Reddit, looking through these subreddits for these terms and coming back with content that we can use, right? So here you go. And you can filter through these. So most comments, most upvotes, most recent, most engaging, right? And it kind of gives you, there's some different filters here that you can use too. On top of that, let's find one here. How vibe coding led to my project's downfall. Interesting. So you can actually go look at that subreddit if you want to read through it, just to get a better idea by clicking on that button. And then if you've come to the conclusion that like, oh, I might be able to create an interesting piece of content from that. All you have to do now is hit extract. And now we're using that Reddit information along with AI to kind of give you a summary. It just takes a second. We'll show you.
Yeah, and while we're doing that, I got a lot of support in the chat to get the thumbs up going outside of us. That's Warren. What's up, man? Lucius, thank you as well. Yeah, they're telling everybody, hey, subscribe to the channel and give the thumbs up, right? We are not professional YouTubers, although now Dave and I have children about the same age. We'll be like, yeah, we were live on YouTube today. They won't believe us. But guys, I know, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff that we see on the videos, because that'll help us get the awareness out of this project. And then what this is doing right now is it's crafting a script based on what Dave found on Reddit. And then obviously now my landscapers just got here, so it's perfect time for them to come on a live stream. So you guys shouldn't be able to hear them, but if I pop on and off, you guys will know why. And while we were talking about you guys giving us a thumbs up, commenting, liking this, and going through, it took about what, 30 to 90 seconds or so. This was something that if it's trending, you found it on Reddit, you've now pulled it in, and there's so much more you can do with this trending topic.
So it kind of just gives you a strategic overview of what that whole subreddit was about, that topic, that thread, right? So the core debate, the tension between vibe coding, using AI to generate complex results without foundational knowledge versus AI as an assistant, using AI to accelerate existing enterprise. Why this matters for general business. Now, on this last step, I didn't do it, but you can actually put in your target niche or demographic that you'd like to target with your content. And if you do that, it would be why this matters for real estate agents, why this matters for digital marketers, whatever niche you happen to put in here, it would gear it towards that. Kind of gives you a breakdown of who a good audience is for this particular topic. And then you can choose one of the engines here to actually go and create more content from this, right? So if you want to make a carousel, you can do that. If you want to do a post remix, you can do that. If you want to create our story engine, you can do that. You can also go back and forth with AI here and have a conversation to kind of come up with an angle, come up with more of an idea of, what you'd like your piece of content to kind of be about, or how it should relate to this topic. Really powerful. And you can also save these searches to your library too. So if you want to save this particular search and come back to it, you can do that.
So you could literally have your VA go find you a trend, right? Write it or help write it, and then put it in the library for you to review and approve from there.
Mhm.
So imagine like with this trend tool, you can now go in and spot the wave and then surf it all the way in, right? You know where it's coming from there. This is really a very, very powerful way for you to basically take content that's already out there, that's already getting hits and topics and being searched, and put yourself in that channel as well.
Jeff, before we move on, I just want to show everybody like what my last like favorite tool here in the platform, which is the RSS remixer. Again, this uses existing content that's just out there already, right? So you fill your feeds up here with content or, web pages or RSS feeds with content that you love. And then you can repurpose and use this content to make your own content, right? So the remixer is really about using other people's content and kind of adding your little spin on it or your opinion to it. So like one blog that I love and read all.
Oh, looks like we just lost Dave for a second. So I'll kind of fill in until he pops up here. Gotta love technical things. Dave loves following the Social Media Examiner and grabbing the content that they've got. One of the biggest things for him is that they put out quality content in his niche that he can now go in and repurpose from there. And Drew, I know when you were getting pulled out for speaking engagements and things like that, it's because you had amplified your frequency of how many times you're being posting on different platforms. So while we get Dave back here, let's talk a little bit about how that happened to you and what you getting LoudAF did for your own presentations.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned it a little bit earlier, and as soon as David comes back in, we'll get right back into some of the demo. But as we started to launch this out there, somebody mentioned that they had a 200% increase in their analytics on LinkedIn, and
insane.
My experience was the same. It was probably maybe closer to 700-800% increase, and as a result of that, by just posting consistently every day, multiple times, I like totally killed LinkedIn by just posting multiple. You probably shouldn't do it as much as I did on LinkedIn, but as a result of that, got invitations to go and speak and present at Penn State University. Here's the thing, as you're starting to share your knowledge, everybody here that's in the room, inside the chat, as we're talking to you guys, you're all experts. You're much, much more of an expert than you might think that you are. And when you're showing up consistently every single day, you're tapping into what's called the mere exposure effect. And what that basically means is this: people in your world, in your feed, they start to have this preferential treatment for those that show up more often, right? They have more recognition for that. And because I was sharing top of the funnel, very interesting, helpful information to, our audience on LinkedIn, I got invitations to come back and, do presentation on AI and all things, with emerging technology, direct correlation and benefit from posting more frequently and using a tool like LoudAF to do it, right? Like, I'm not very smart, but it looks like I did because I was posting as much as I was using our LoudAF tool. And as a result of that, getting invitations to present at local colleges. I was even offered a position as an adjunct professor. That's kind of crazy when you're able to get out there in front of people and share that type of knowledge at that frequency. It's just a good thing. It's going to do good things for yourself and your business. So I'm going to pass it back to David, and we'll continue with the presentation.
Dave, we caught it as soon as you jumped off. It was pretty obvious that you were gone. So we're talking about how the RSS remixer and getting that content on a regular basis. That's one of your favorite tools. Got Drew to amplify his overall frequency and how he started to show up more. So let's go dive back into the RSS feed, and then I'll take over and we'll show them like how, as founders and folks that are watching this, can get access to all of those tools today, right? Yep. We'll talk about that here.
Yeah. I don't know where I cut off. I was talking to myself for a little while, but
you were basically you just showed us the Social Media Examiner thread, and then you said, I really like this one, and then you were gone. So I kind of told him, hey, look, it's someone that Dave follows,
Got it.
He basically can grab content from there. We had shown them what an RSS remixer
Cool.
is before pulling it in. So let's just move forward.
Awesome. Yeah. So this is the piece of content it created, right? You copy the link here. This is the link to the original blog post. And then you would just post that.
All right. So we've lost Dave on there. Let me go in and I'm actually going to pull in mine from screen. So it looks like Dave's internet, we may be losing him for part of the day here. Let me go ahead. And then I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to walk you guys through. So it looks like Dave's having a couple little issues with his internet, and you guys should be able to see me as we get in. So we talked about, Dave talked about the RSS remixer. This is my account. Let's just go with Alex Hormozzi's account. You can see he's posting. We've got some different posts. We're just going to use, I don't know, let's just use this post from here. It will create a bunch of different options that you can use to remix that post for yourself. So you can do a summary, you can do a hot take, you can do a counterpoint with a contrarian angle, a little bullet point breakdown, some hooks for some scroll stoppers and things like that. Let's just do a hot take. We are for it, right? And the AI is going to help me go through from here. And then we're just going to post this on LinkedIn just for speed. As we go in, I'm going to give it a little bit of a bold energy, and I'm going to generate that content. So with this, one of the biggest things for us as we get in here is we have the ability to take the RSS of the post, whether it be from another blog, Substack, something that you've got, Dave's back, made it again, and really powerfully change it to your own content, make it your own voice, and then go from there. So let me go ahead and reshare that screen because now it's back up. And Dave, I'm going to just kind of walk us through here. And then you can put any input that you want. But we generated this content. I've created a hot take for LinkedIn. I can make it longer, shorter. I can make it a little bit more bold. Depending, I can even go in there and custom edit it with the AI from here. Generate an AI image with either the Google AI or the Open AI key. Adjust it from there. Generate that image and then save it or post it from here. So that's like one of the biggest things that I've seen Dave use this for, is just basically taking quality content and moving it down the path to creating something that's your own, that is in your voice, that is not a, so a lot of people just repost or copy or click. You are literally taking this and repurposing an idea and angle. And let's be honest, if you are in the marketing space, 98% of the marketers that are out there, nothing they create is original. It's all a variation of something else they've seen with their own spin or take on it. So don't feel like you can't do that as well, because that's what the biggest names are doing, is they're actually taking content that's out there and they're repurposing it for themselves and making it their own. They're claiming ownership of it from there. So Dave, anything else you want to talk before I talk about how they can get access to all these additional tools as part of the founding members? Awesome. All right. So Dave's just going to sit in the background now as we go through. Look, when this runs in the background, it compounds. Okay. Your visibility will compound without all that additional effort as we get in, right? The consistency, it's automatic. You can be posting every single day, multiple times per day. Your presence becomes reliable. What does that help you with? The algorithms and the AI systems notice that you are now active and you're doing this on a regular basis. So when it's quietly running, that momentum will stack. And it just becomes a habit pattern for you. And that trust will form naturally. When somebody goes and they reach out for a demo, like Drew he had people DMing him, right? They feel like they already know you. They like you. You've built that trust factor. So by the time they're reaching out to you, they already want what you have, or they're going to ask you, how do I get what you have from there, right? Somebody just said this is super exciting, and somebody else just put love the consistency aspect of this. Okay, so here's what we want to do. We are asking for your help today. Okay, we have just released this product on Product Hunt. Dave and Drew, if you can just drop the link to this, I'll show this in a minute, and then Dave, you can walk me through it to make sure that we are doing this the correct way from here. this is now a public product. This is only to our founders, only to the members inside of our group. From there, we put the link inside of the chat. You can't click the link on here, but you'll be able to see it in the chats from here. We're launching it today. We launched it a couple hours ago, and we're already broke the top 20 without any real help, because we haven't even done this live stream or mailed our list from there. Okay. Here's what we're asking for you. We are going to give you, if you are a founding member and you are part of our original group, or if you join today, if you're on the live stream and you're like, I saw dozens of people saying, how do I get this? I want in from there, right? And we got questions. I'll answer those questions here in a little bit, but we're asking you for your vote, okay? If you do these steps for us and report them back to Dave, which we'll talk about that here, how in a minute, because he's the one that has that, we're going to unlock those viral trend features. We're talking about the video shorts, where you can find the hottest topics in your niche that people are talking about with video reels and shorts and TikToks right now. And we're also going to release to you the Reddit trend finder. You guys saw how powerful this was. We got a ton of wows that came in from there. If you're not a founding member, today's also your chance to get in. Go to the link that's on the page, and you will also, if you go through this process with us, you will get access to this as well. Okay. So we're going to drop the link to the product, which is loudaf.ai. And then we're going to help you guys get into the system on Product Hunt, where you can upvote, leave us some feedback. So Dave, I'm going to share my screen again, because you're the expert on this. Like literally, I think you guys tagged me to the account. I'm going to go to the Chrome tab specifically for this, and you should be able to see the Chrome tab. We're at LoudAF. Can you see the LoudAF?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So obviously I'm logged in already, right?
Yep.
So they need to create a Product Hunt account. Is that correct?
You're going to need a product Hunt account if you don't have one already. It takes 2 seconds. It's just like you can connect with Facebook or all the social platforms. Really, it's a quick thing if you don't have one.
Cool. And if you don't have the product and you want to get it, you can just click right here onto the little link, hyperlink right here. It says company info. You can grab the software right there, or we put it into the chat in the comments down below. So I'm on this page, right? Obviously, I was added to this product. So where do I
step one, Jeff? That big orange button that's right there. You want to hit that button. You want to upvote LoudAF. That's important. Number one is upvote.
So upvote us, please, as you get in. Okay. And then the next step, once they've got the product from here.
And leave us a comment down below.
Okay. So
it doesn't have to be anything. You don't have to write a book. Just, say hello. This looks super cool, whatever it happens to be. We'd really appreciate it.
Hours per day. Right. So we'll do that. Okay. So I'm drafting a response. Looks like Jeff is doing as well. The other thing too, is I think I can add an image, right? So I can add an image to this. So I can add my dashboard showing it from here. I think I have one, but let me just see real quick if I actually have one. I think I put one in, but I may have deleted it already. LoudAF. No, I don't think I have an image, but I can take an image of the dashboard, right? If you leave an image of you using it, that's great. If not, just leave a comment from there. Okay, so I left my comment. I'm going to upvote my own comment. You know what? I'm going to give everybody an upvote too. So if you could help us out, that'd be great. Austin Armstrong. He owns Syllabi. He is posting multiple times per day, right? And he loves this tool. This guy is huge in the social media space and for creating content and viral marketing. So, he's liking it. He's reporting it and upvoting it as well. So I've clicked the orange button. I've left a comment here, right? I'm a maker of this, right? So we're not hiding anything. I'm on the team for you guys, but with this. So Dave, what else do I need to do after this?
All right. So what I want once you upvote, just take a screenshot showing us that you did. Quick, simple screenshot. Now, Jeff, after you take the screenshot, Jeff, go to the LoudAF dashboard.
Okay. So I will go to my LoudAF. Oh, hold on, I got to show you the right screen now. Hold on 1 second. So let me just go through. How do I share a separate tab? Give me 1 second. Stop screen. Got to go to this share screen. So you want me to share the LoudAF tab right here? Dashboard. So you can see my tab. Okay.
Yep. And then just go down like where your name is there and click down
right
the bottom.
Here. This guy. Okay, right here.
And click help and support.
Okay.
It's going to open up our, should like pop open an email.
It's going to open up my email.
Thing.
Yep.
You may not be able to see that, but that will open up our support email thing. Just send us that screenshot with your name and your account email address, and we will unlock these features for you.
Here, actually, I'm going to make it even easier for them. Let's do this. All you need to do is just click support and email us that you did it, and we'll honor it.
Sure.
How's that? Like, I don't want anybody to worry about doing screenshots and things like that. Like, I think that's one of the biggest things here is we want to remove all the friction, right? Yep. Yeah, you guys are happy to do it, upvote and comment. So awesome. Thanks for everybody that did that. And if you don't have access to the tool, you can go to loudaf.ai. Oh, I'll tell you, I'm on the invite thing, not to share my screen. So I'm going to show you guys what the page looks like. Let's go to my, I gotta open up a tab here. Hold on one second. I gotta open up a new tab. You can just go right to the site. And then let me just open up this tab. Share screen. You can tell I'm relatively new to this. All right. So you guys can see right here, we're running the product hunt special. We just put this up. We made this video this week. You can watch the video. It's basically a 1:39 summary of the last hour that you guys have seen. We're on product hunt right now. This is where you can go and click to upvote. You can start your free trial, and it's into a monthly plan, right? So if you were a founder, you're getting the best deal ever on this. But if you were a founder or you're in this 24 hours, you can get the monthly plan under this trial as well as you guys get in. So that's where you can go, grab it, and then go right to product hunt underneath and take those steps. Just email support with, hey, here's my account email.
Give us a little time to get things on. You know, it just takes, we're doing it manually. So just give us, if you email us, just give us a little time. Probably by the end of the night.
And don't forget, Dave's in power outage zone over there. So that's one of the biggest things, right? So please help us launch this out on Product Hunt. We got done and sent from Michael Holt. A lot of people just said just signed up from there. The support email, great question. From there, it's actually inside the dashboard. So you can just go inside your dashboard, click on
LoudAF.ai.
And then, the most difficult support email address in the world, support of the domain, right? That's all you got to do from there. And then there you go. And then how much is it? It's $39.99 a month for the software for whoever's asking that. And then you can just click on, it's a 14-day trial. Try it out. We know that you're going to put this in play, and we want you guys to be able to put this in play as we go from there. Just upvote it, comment, and like some of the other posts. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Dennis as well. We comment 3 Eastern. Thank you. And then it'll be unlocked within the next 24 hours. Just give us 24 hours from there. Looks like Dave dropped off again, and we'll get set up because I didn't know you were gone, Dave. All right.
Sorry.
Here's the deal. Well, I got about 24 questions that you guys have. Okay. So we're going to answer those really quickly as we get in. With LoudAF, the system runs. Okay. And you benefit. There's no more guessing. We remove the friction. No more stopping to wonder what you've got. And we want to welcome each and every one of you guys to LoudAF if you haven't. Okay. A lot of you guys signing up now, upvoting, getting all the comments, all that great stuff. And it's in the mail. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Myself, Dave, and Drew really do appreciate it. I'm going to move over to some of our starred comments. Deborah asked earlier, does it help you find the hooks? I think we answered that by showing you, yes, it absolutely does. And does it rewrite the existing content? Yes, it'll actually rewrite your content or any other content that you pull in. I actually have my team rewriting and reframing on different angles our blog posts. That's their strategy. That's what they're going to be pushing out for the rest of this year as we go through. Somebody from Bring More Clients. Posting is only through high level, not direct. We have direct posting. It is beta right now, but we have high level and metrical as the integration partners that we're using. And anything with social posting, there could always be issues or hurdles and things like that. But right now, our direct social posting is in your platform. We will unlock that for you as well from there, and then you guys should be good to go. We do not connect to Zapier. It's a direct connection to high level or to metrical or to the platforms themselves inside of our dashboard. You don't need Zapier for this. Could you use this for clients? Yes. What we recommend is you get an account for each of your clients so they have their own account and you can log in. You can add team members. I have a couple different accounts underneath mine, but obviously we're not giving login access to my clients when I do that from there. And then what social platforms does it post to? X, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, the big ones.
LinkedIn, X we're working on. They're a pain in the ass, and we're trying to it's a nightmare. But currently, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and then X is coming soon.
Yep. And then somebody just said LoudAF is the antidote to the blinking cursor. Yep. Takes the friction out of content creation. Absolutely. How do you get this to get paying clients? We talked about this earlier. Be the example. Be posting content that's relevant. If you work with home service companies, talk about how you help service companies give content that's related to what can benefit a home service company based on the products and services that you have from there. We teach some of that in the courses inside of the software as well. Much of my work is in a medicine space. Can I adjust the prompt? Yes, you could adjust the prompt and you could tell the AI what you need it to do for your content.
You can add custom writing styles. So when you log in, if you go to the settings tab, there's an area for custom writing styles, and you can upload those or add your writing style, save it, and then you can recall those when you're creating different pieces of content.
Yep.
And just to give you a little feedback too, I've got a medical background myself, so I use it a lot in a lot of the forums and a lot of places that I, still am active in healthcare. So it does exceptionally well with that. And, like anything, you want to make sure that you go through and validate, some of the content. It's not always perfect, but it's pretty darn close. And with a couple of small edits, you're going to go in there. It's going to save you a tremendous amount of time. And I'll just go back to the one other question you just mentioned, Jeff, about how does it actually help you get clients? Look, because you're showing up all the time, talking about the things that you're talking about at the frequency that it will allow you to do, there's no way that the people that are following you, that you're connected with, and some of the groups that you're on, that they're not going to notice. Right? I'm getting messages after messages after messages on social, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and now I'm starting to do a little bit of dancing over there on the TikToks of the world. Creating scripts, creating all kinds of stuff. When you're showing up as frequently as this will allow you to do, it's nearly impossible for people not to notice that you're there. And as a result of that, you're going to get text messages, you're going to get DMs, you're going to get people commenting on that kind of stuff. And inside the courses, inside of LoudAF, we talk about a lot of that. We're going to be releasing some other stuff as well to talk about various types of strategies. So just get started inside of LoudAF, start posting, start using the content, using all the things that David just showed you inside the platform. You're not going to have any concerns about that.
No, and I think the biggest thing is you can literally make your first post in the first 20 minutes of being in the platform. Like, it's that simple. Get in there, figure out what you want to post. Even if you just put in a thread that you had online and pull in another post, an RSS feed, maybe a Substack or something along those lines. When you get access to the shorts or the Reddit trends finders, right, in the Discovery Lab, just put in a keyword. And 20 minutes later, less than 20 minutes later, probably 5 to 10, you're going to have your first post from there. So Deborah just asked, can you also add own pieces, opinions? Yeah, right. You personalize it. We're not telling you just go copy and go. We're trying to get you started and then make it your own as you go. And I've unstarred some of the questions that we already answered prior. So if you have another question, looks like we lost Dave again. Maybe he'll never come back. As you guys get in, I've got another 24 that you guys are commenting on. We'll get to those here in just a second. Right on different topics, vary each. Can the trend finder? Yes, you can tag them, right? That's a good thing from there. And then you'll be able to connect multiple pages per platform. And I actually move it across for me as well with that. So those are some of the biggest things that we've gotten to be able to go in. All right, let me see if there's, you can add multiple team members in the team section from there. And then what's the link? Somebody asked, Drew, can you put in the link in the comments for everybody one more time for us to go to loudaf.ai to join? Is this just for us or clients too? It's up to you, right? I recommend you open an account under your affiliate link for your client, so they have their own entire space. But you could also manage it as long as you have access to your socials underneath your account.
Yeah. I want to make something clear. Like, this is not like an agency platform where you're going to give clients a login and things like this is not that. If that's what you need, this is not that.
Yeah. So what I would say is create them their own account and then you log in, or you just manage it all for them. And it works out really,
use your
really
affiliate
well
link and have them pay. And, there you go.
Awesome. Jason, thank you. Yeah, that's what I would say. Go sign up for this. I'll manage it. And add me as a team member. That way, also, like, I'm trying to get a Facebook page back from 2 years ago for one of my clients right now. That way you can use that and say, hey, look, it's your account. If for any reason we split, you still have access to this, right? And then they're paying for it underneath your affiliate link, charge them for the service. A lot of done. We do have school groups that Dave and Drew run that they can put you in for there. But if you're part of the product, you'll get some updates for that. We got the updated email sent, just signed up. Awesome. Deborah, welcome as well. I know you just joined from there. Solid thread. Oh, this is great. Lauren says, did a solid thread post while Dave was talking, right? So action. Yeah, I do things when Dave's talking all the time. Don't worry. Daryl said upvoted, screenshot, support email. Yay. We're in there. Email sent to support, went through. Yeah. If Harold, if you don't see it by this time tomorrow, let us know. And then we'll get you.
Give us some time. We'll get it. We'll get it.
So loudaf.ai. That's me. Actually, it's Drew as me posting. So go to loudaf.ai and we'll make sure that you guys have access to this as we go. And then
here's a little tip, guys. You guys want a little tip with content? Like, who's afraid to like share other people's content? Right. Here's a major hack for you. If you want to get on the radar of somebody that is influential, share their content and then link to them inside of your content. Like, don't be afraid. We tag Austin Armstrong all the time. He's a big influencer in the AI world.
4 million followers.
3 million followers. He's going to like it, right? He just mentioned LoudAF earlier today, and he commented and upvoted us inside of Product Hunt. By the way, for all of you who've done that thus far, thank you so much for doing it. If you want to get on the radar of like local businesses, right? We gave you an entire course on the inside of LoudAF. If you want to get on the radar of a local business, here's a little tip and trick. If you haven't gone through the course yet, go through it. It's really, really chock full of amazing content and strategy. If you want to get on the radar of a local business, go into the group, take one of their blog posts and repurpose it, remix it, and then tag them in your version of that post inside the Facebook group. You're absolutely like, who doesn't like really nice stuff to be said about themselves, right?
Yeah, everybody
loves that.
Yeah.
So just use the content, put it in your own context, your own words, make yourself look like a genius, and then tag them. They're going to appreciate it. They're going to like it. And when you do it at scale, when you keep on talking about people, almost like the googly eye boyfriend or girlfriend that you were interested in back in high school, and you kept on talking about them, you kept on calling them and stalking them like Jeff and Dave do all the time, right, is going to make you look amazing. It's a great way to get on the radar of prospective businesses at scale. So hopefully that you guys, get a client. Let us know when you do. When you use that tactic, let us know how it works out for you. I think you're going to find it to be pretty amazing.
Hey, Drew,
with businesses.
Jeff, will you share your screen really quick and just show them where that course is inside the dashboard?
Yeah, sure. So that way, when you drop off again, I can just.
Yeah, I know. What's going on?
There we go. All right. And we got a couple of questions that came in, like, how do you do your own writing style? Rich, you can set it up yourself. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here because I zoomed in.
I got your bottom left. Hold on. You got to switch. Your slides are up.
Okay. Hold on a second. Why did it do that? Oh, let me go back to showing my screen. There you go. Nope. There we go. Hold on, let me go back to show you guys this because I actually jumped out. So if you go in, can you see my screen right here?
Yep.
So at home, I'm a carousel maker, whatever. If you go to the bottom left down here, right, it says manage courses just above settings. And by the way, your affiliate link is right here, right? So you can use my link if you guys want, but I won't make any extra money. But you guys, there's your affiliate link. You got your settings, manage courses.
No, that's the wrong tab. Go back one.
Go back. Okay.
That's okay. You got to go up and scroll. There you go.
There it is. Courses right there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go to that's my sorry, that was my admin tab. You've got your different courses that are right here. So you got your LoudAF masterclass and you got your local Facebook group post takeover. This is what we're talking about right here. This is all included when you're part of the program, right? So you'll get access to both of those.
That Facebook group course is killer. Click on that, Jeff, just so they can kind of get a look inside that. It's awesome.
Yeah. So this is what, 5 modules and then, you know, a couple, 4 or 5 extra videos in here to walk you through everything. And look, sourcing content from Facebook with LoudAF, LinkedIn, LoudAF, TikTok. Like this is everything you need to go in and fully understand how to use this and optimize it for your own business and for your own agency. The stage as we go in, there we go. Everybody's back from here. So look at that, I can shuffle myself around. So biggest thing here, go in and use it, right? Implement it as you get into the software and get it in the system. We want to make sure that you guys are successful with this. We've given you everything that you need for yourself. You can use it to promote your own business, your own agency. You can use the affiliate link to sell it to your clients to have their own account, or you can, you know, sign up for it and pass it on whenever as you go through, right? All right, other big questions and things that came in. So can you create your own writing style? Yes, Rich, you can. You can tweak it and edit it from there. Multiple brands. Branding. I'm not sure, Robin, what you mean, but I've connected my name, personal brand, and my company account underneath my own account. So I've had multiple brands underneath my account. So you should be able to do what you're looking for. And there, if not, it's not that expensive. Open a second account for that company and that brand from there. Is there a page with a full product demo before entering? It looks like there's a 1-minute demo. Looks like Jan. Go out there and put it yourself in the trial and walk through. You got 2 weeks to go through, and then we have done a full powered over the shoulder webinar, but that was for
in that course area.
Yeah. So in the course area, that whole thing. Yep.
Go create an account in that course area. There's like, you know, that's the LoudAF masterclass that basically shows you everything. We have to redo that now because we added all this new stuff. So there's always that thing of creating new documentation and
so looks like in the banner for PH 2026, the code's not on Product Hunter on the Stripe page.
It is on the Stripe page. It's just checked.
It's on the Stripe page. Yeah, it's on the Stripe page. You gotta go through it. It is
a toggle.
I think it's the thing. Yeah, they always hide that stuff.
It's there.
Yep. We'll get instructions on what to do, how to log in. Yep, Deborah. Be able to get in there.
Well, how to listen? You're going to create your own account. It's you're creating your own, you know, email and password, and as soon as you pay, you're going to go right into the dashboard. So there's no you know, email that you need to access anything.
Yeah. And Andrea, congratulations on that. So she knows this works. And then for support,
David has had more challenges than you will using this software. Yeah. Right. David's had internet issues today. Not a big deal. He's taking it on the chin for everybody. Listen, if you can copy and paste, you're going to create a media empire for yourself. Literally, just there's all kinds of content available for you. Sourcing content on TikTok. I mean, like TikTok is just incredible, right? Yeah. Substack, incredible. YouTube, you'll be there for days, months, years. Just an abundance of content is at your fingertips.
And there's always more coming. There's always more incoming. Always more every day.
And then what was it? It was Michael said he also loves the Gamma and open APIs. We didn't talk about that on here because we talked about it in the live setup and training. Yeah, you have multiple. You guys will be blown away by how easy it is to create this content, and then what you can do to adjust it and really tweak it and make it your own from there. And then if you guys have any issues with the codes and things like that, just let our support team know. How do I sign up? Ask Eileen. Eileen, you're going to go to loudaf.ai. It's already underneath there. And then just watch this replay. Once I end this live stream, it will immediately go back up onto YouTube, and we'll post it in the school groups and things like that for you guys as well. And then Lauren just said, today's post I did literally took me 10 minutes going through chat interviews, all the way to the final post, third post using the system, right? Awesome. So congrats on that. Actually, hold on. I think I have some way to do a media asset for that. Looks like we get some applause on there as well. That's the one thing I knew how to do inside of StreamYard today before we jumped on here as we get in. So awesome. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull this up, right? Go to loudaf.ai. Go through, watch this video. In the comments of this video are going to be the link to the instructions on how to get the upgrades into the software. If you just joined late, like Eileen, don't worry about it. Watch the video, you'll see the instructions and go from there. And then you've got, Deborah saying this is inspiring, very powerful. So Dave, you guys made an amazing tool with this, from concept to implementation to now the next phase. This as we go in. I appreciate you guys for letting me release this out to the world with you. And I think even though we had a couple little tech hiccups and things like that today, this thing went smooth and went really well from there. So somebody just said going to sign up shortly. So that's great. Thank you for that. And then can't find where to put the comment for the upgrade. It's going to be on the product hunt. Let me just show you guys one more time where that is. Let me just share my screen and show the tab here.
As Jeff is shifting over to this, I just want to let you know that Jeff is every bit of part of this as we are, right? He's a launch partner. He's a partner in this. He's been a great advocate, and we owe a lot of tutelage to, because of his tutelage, we've been very successful with this, and we couldn't have done it without him. Right. So
thank you guys.
Jeff is every part of this as we are. We're grateful to him, grateful to everybody here that showed up for us today. We hope that you guys find this tool to be super useful and powerful for yourselves. And we are looking forward to your success as well.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Those kind words. So let's go to LoudAF product hunt.
I'll say
and then Dave, we should probably put a banner inside the software for those folks that just joined, or something like that. Or just we'll put links in the school group, things like that. What our emails. This is the upvote right here. So it's orange until you click it, it goes white. I just upvoted. Here's where you're going to leave the comment in here, and then if you could give us a couple other upvotes down below, we greatly appreciate it. Not required, but we would love it if you would. From there, it would help Dave and Drew really launch this out as well.
And then I just want to share the place for the discount code is there, guys. I just want to show you really quick.
Yeah,
it's just not very.
It's on the Stripe forms are not the easiest.
Yeah.
We lost. Of course, we lost Dave as soon as he went to do it. I'm going to share my screen here in a second. So if Dave won't be back for a couple seconds here. Here he comes.
Stupid
so he's
thing.
back already. I was already ready, dude.
Crazy.
All right, can you show your screen and we'll walk through?
Yeah, here we go. I just want to show you. It's right. See, it's right here. Add code.
Okay, so can you show that one more time? Add promotion code. So it's add code, and then you just put it in there, and it's what, PH 2026?
Whatever it is. Yeah.
So whatever's on the site, we don't even know. Awesome. So thank you for that. Okay, so if you got LoudAF, if you're a founder, if you're part of this, do me a favor in the comment section right now, put I'm LoudAF. That way we know that you guys are doing this, right? And that you're committing to actually using this for yourself. Thanks to Andrea. It looks like she's LoudAF as well. I know we're going to start to have the drop off as we get in and wrap this up. But if you could leave us a comment letting us know that you're in by just saying I'm LoudAF, right? What happens if the pay window closes? Eileen, just let our support team know as long as you're in the software, and we'll help you set up. And then we got tons of you guys. Hashtag LoudAF, I'm LoudAF, whatever it does. We're excited to put this out there to you guys. This was a new thing for us. And then if you'd like to see some more of these live streams with trainings or products and things like that, give me a Y or yes in the chat as well. After you put in on LoudAF or put them in there together. Founding member, upvote, checked out already. John, let the team know. We'll figure this out with you guys. I know. Look, yeah, Dave, bad idea. As you guys get in there. Cool. Got a bunch of Y's and LoudAFs in here is great. So we got to hide the current comment from there. Awesome.
Do us one more favor. If you're not following and subscribed to Jeff and his YouTube channel, click through and make sure that you do that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that. I'm probably one of the worst self-promoters. I'm just like, yeah, sure, if you guys want to follow, whatever. But yeah, because I'm going to be doing some more stuff coming with this as well, coming out as we go. So yep, I'm LoudAF. That's awesome. All right. So Drew, thank you for having me on. Can you share the product link again? Yeah, I'll do it one more time for sure. And we'll put that in the comments in the chat from there. Now that we got Dave back, we can officially wrap this up. We got dozens of you guys saying I'm LoudAF, which is awesome. It's blown my mind how amazing this is. I actually like this better than GoToWebinar and everything else that's out there. I think I might just start doing stuff on here. Yes, there's a school group. Dave, Drew, you want to put a link to your school group, or you want me to put a link? Yeah,
yeah.
Go ahead.
We don't have a dedicated school group for it.
Yeah, there's not one to this. No,
it's not really necessary.
It would just become a support chat, right?
Yeah.
So we do have some school groups, and Dave and Drew will drop in their link to their school group from there. So, and I did share that product hunt link that you guys can get it. It's in the group. Lots of you guys are typing on LoudAF. Did not open for me like that, but I'm in LoudAF. So awesome. It was Bilal.
Yeah. From all your upvotes and comments, we've moved up a few notches on that leaderboard. There are tech platforms globally on there from all over the world that we're competing with, and we really appreciate it. It's huge for us.
So awesome. It's great. So hopefully keep moving, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Dave, Drew, great product, great release on this. Great job. And we'll see you guys all in the inside. Here's your steps walking away from this right now. After you've done this live stream, you've watched the replay, you've gone through, log into LoudAF and go start playing around with the RSS remixer, the carousel. Find the tool that you like the most. Maybe go play with the trends once the Discovery Lab's unlocked for you. Make your first post. You will see how easy it is to make a post, and then you're going to be hooked.
Someone says plans for a Grok integration. I don't understand.
Probably some sort of AI integration. Not right now. No, I think it's Michael. Basically, you've got the complete software. There's not going to be much more to this. It does everything it needs to do. We're not going to try to make it overwhelmingly like Swiss Army knife. Okay.
As you know, as trends change and the type of content that is viral, that goes viral, kind of changes over time, we'll be adding different engines into the platform to create those different types of content pieces. But that's really like where we're going. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. It says, thanks, dudes. From there, says Daryl. Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right. Dave, Drew, great job. Round of applause for you guys. As you get in, actually, I'm going to give you guys one more round of applause for you guys.
Thanks,
from there.
Good job.
But the biggest thing here is, let's get out of here, wrap this up, and then we'll have a little bit of music in the background as we go. So I appreciate you guys. Everybody that's on here. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your month. Kick off next month, getting going, and make your business LoudAF. Whether you're an agency, whether you're working with your clients, whether it's for your own specific business, store, whatever it is, just use the software to get going. Have a great weekend. Have a great day, and we appreciate each and one of you. Take care.
Everybody, have a great weekend.